Yep, that's right, it was running. Don't know, current predicament, engine's back out, something wrong with the transaxle. All I can find is one gear, put it in another gear, no go. And I got an oil leak. I don't know what, maybe I forgot to plug something when I pulled the engine. We'll find out here. Always a mess. Found the oil leak. I'm an idiot. I buy these caps to put on the oil lines there from the pump and into the case, and the dummy forgot to put it in there. And yeah, my brand new header wrap is soaked in oil. I guess it's gonna smoke for a while. Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. I can never have anything nice. Brand new. Yeah, I decided to put those on, or put that on there to help cool, try to keep things cool. And I also, as you can see down in there, put some of the stock factory tin in to do the same thing. You know, kind of direct the air out from underneath the car. I haven't put the sides on yet. I'm gonna try it this way and see how it works. And yeah, I've kind of always wanted to do this. Thought it was gonna be a big hassle. Wasn't really that bad. You know, it might be a little worse if I have to build some sides on there, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna have to. Yeah, again, learn from me. Try not to do what I do on most cases. You know, driven racing oils is what I've been using for motor oil, but I will inform you guys, they've got a whole ton of stuff, and this speed clean is becoming my new favorite. For one, you know, it cleans up oily messes. It says grease, rubber, and grime. And number two, you know, if you guys are used to using brake clean, it smells a heck of a lot better. A couple other products, Assembly Lube, and you probably seen me use this earlier. They've got engine assembly grease. They've also got fuel injector cleaner. So I'll give you a little demonstration. I was kind of hoping to give you a different demonstration, but since I've made a mess down here, and I'm sure you guys have all been in this situation, this makes cutting this stuff a lot easier. And I like the foaming action. I use it well on various body parts in here, like this firewall was greasy, grimy, and, you know, it's been like that for years. I cleaned it up. Spray on, wipe off. Well, let's see how this is gonna spray on and wipe up. Of course, I love the fact that it's green. And we'll finish it up some. So it's got a neat foaming action, and it smells nice. There, quick and painless. Another thing I'm horrible at, oh man, is having a clean garage so I don't trip over everything. Just trying to figure out how to get axle seals to seal. Last time I cleaned this, I just stuck it in my parts washer, but I'm always afraid of what that's going to do to the rubber. And I guess, I don't know, I read the directions on here. It doesn't say anything about eating tires, but I'm not going to try to spray on the rubber too much. I'm not sure what this product's going to do. Maybe somebody out there will tell me it's safe, but yeah, let's just, as I say, I'm not going to spray on there. Let's let it do a little work here. Look at that. This will be nice. I think I'm going to have to order a whole case of this stuff. There, check that out. Nice and clean, quick and easy. I mean, it's not totally clean, but it sure did cut that nicely. So I got some more elbow grease to do. And maybe I can get the speed clean the grease out of my elbow too. I got some work to do. Time to get the transmission out. Speed clean. Like I said, my new favorite product for the garage here. And I'll have to admit that this can has gone a long ways. I did both those tires. I mean, they're not perfect, you know, a little more elbow grease probably, get them clean. The other one was a little bit more stubborn, but for the most part, it did what I needed it to do. So yeah, if you get a chance, check out Driven Racing Oil's website and see what other fine products they have. Well, found the issue. It is in the hockey stick area here. And they call it a hockey stick because it looks like a hockey stick. But what's going on here is I've actually got, looks like 2 gears out. And I was sitting here trying to push them back in and they can't go back in. I'm almost thinking I'm gonna have to take it apart and put a new intermediate housing on here. I don't know, I'll play with it here a little bit and see what happens, but I know when I first put this together, before I took it all back apart and put it back together, I was questioning this thing. But yeah, I should probably shoot a picture over to my friend and see what he has to say about it, but yeah, onwards we go. All right, glued back on. I'm gonna try this intermediate housing, you know, basically because doing one thing is fun, but of course doing it 2 times is better. Doing it 2 times is of course more fun. And you know, I'm gonna be probably doing it 3 times. Hopefully not. You know, the next step, get this in there. So let's go. There we are. Transmission is in, or transaxle. I've got everything except for like the brake jumps to do and beat. So it's time to go in and get ready for the, call it an evening, and then get back at it and put the engine in next. All right, the engine is in the car. Boy, I'm getting old. I've got to figure a better way of doing that than using this little tiny, peeny little jack. Maybe a bigger jack. I've got a couple different ones. Oh, that was a struggle fest. Anyways, I decided to douse my header wrap there with some good old brake cleaner here. Try to dilute some of that oil that got on it, unfortunately. Brand new header wrap, and, you know, hopefully I don't start a fire. Well, next is to put everything else on this thing. So I'll get right back with you. Okay, we are all back in, except for some minor trim pieces and shields and stuff. I don't want to put those on until we are golden, you know, like have all 4 gears in reverse. I did have to replace this line. It's funny because I got 2 oil lines over here by the header that I've had on for years. And at times they were touching the header. They don't touch the header anymore, but I've changed those out so they wouldn't leak. This is one of the newest lines on the car, and for some reason this was leaking. Don't know why. It was. It could have been pinched, you know. The thing does kind of hang out of the way and get ripped around when I'm pulling the engine out, but it's replaced. And yeah, I rattle canned it. It's probably going to hang down under the apron just a little bit, and I didn't want it to be an eyesore because, you know, it's stainless, braided, and very shiny. And, you know, surprisingly, the paint stays on there quite well. But yeah, the next step is to start it, but I'm going to probably start, stop, start, just to get the oil back in the lines. I don't think I need to roll it over to get the oil pressure. I think just starting it and stopping it really quick a couple of times is going to do the trick. Probably don't recommend that, but I'm going to do it. So yeah, let's see if the thing will fire up. All right, well, we're going to, like I said, start, check the oil pressure, start, check the oil pressure. So let's see. Oh, I probably should open up some garage doors because we're going to make a bunch of noise and a bunch of smells. As far as I know, we're in neutral. I felt that vibrate before. Hey, let's see if she fires up. Okay, she fired up a little bit. She's a little gold-blooded. plugs plugged in. Check those. Two cylinders. Let's go check and see if I got oil leak in and see if I got all my injectors plugged in. Well, everything's plugged in. Must just be cold-blooded. You know, they got these things called spark plug wires, and spark plug wires are supposed to go on spark plugs. If you get 2 out of the 4 on, you run on 2 out of the 4 cylinders. Let's see if it sounds a little better now.